So here it is. I hit 2,000 subscribers, so I promised I would show off this build and show the stats, my tips on how to make the build, how to play the build, everything you need really. On this, so basically I had this build before, but they added some new cards for it, for example the floor is lava, and I had a slot with a 3-star damage Petras, so I just decided to remake the build. Petras does 47.5 damage with this build if you have 3-star. Alright, so I'm just going to go straight into pre-shrine stats. Now, just a disclaimer, there are many ways you can go about this, and apparently there is a way to make the build better, but this is simply how I did it, and there's really no difference between if you go 100 flame charm before shrine and after shrine. But the reason that this build is tricky to make, here are the talents as well. So, Grand Support, Lord Commander, reinforced, heals. Also, I'd go Flame Wisp. I just want to say that. I'd go Flame Wisp, I just couldn't be bothered to go get it. So, just all these regular, normal talents. You can slow down the video if you want. Make sure you get every single Lava Serpent build, of course. Every single one of these is so good. Especially Molten Defense, I think this is probably the best one, apart from the Floor is Lava. And these are the mantras that I went and the modifications I went. So Flame Grab, I put a blue gem with 2 perfect lenses. So as long as my hand is blue, the hitbox is still active. So that's active for a long time, and it can catch people out. Fireforge, 3 perfect, 3 crystal to make it go as fast as possible. I think there's something else you can add to make it faster, but I don't know. Fire Palm, Bloodless, because this heals like a solid 6-7%, and with Wildfire it doesn't need any modifications. Ashlam, Blessed, so I can just spam it. Radiant Dawn, I haven't put anything on there. Well, I should, but I haven't yet. Blue Gem on Reinforce, of course. Blessed Gem on Radiant Kick so that can be spammed, and Blessed on Flame Leap so that can be spammed. If you have enough ether, you want to put Blessed on everything, as obviously you're mainly relying on your mantras. Alright, one other thing I want to talk about is should you go Dancing Steps and Graceful Steps. I don't have Graceful Steps yet, but I will get it eventually. So realistically, it's just personal preference, but I'd say that Graceful Steps and Dancing Steps help you stay fast. You see the speed boost, and obviously speed is key with this build. You want to, because you're constantly flinging people away with explosions. That's the only, you could go any other weapon, but the reason Petra's Anchor is so good is because they get flung, I can instantly catch up with the crit, and also because Petra's Anchor is just a really good weapon. So here's also what I have. I'm using the Authority Commander outfit simply because it's really good for boss raiding because of the Ryo Breaker talent, and it gives 10 blunt armor, and that's pretty good for things such as the Ignition Deep Crusher, the Sacred Hammer. This is the heavy plate that I'm running. It's Moonlit Earrings, of course, 40 VMI patch, 19 HP Authority Helm because this gives 6 elemental, 4 physical, 24 HP boots, 7 HP Dawnfist, 7 HP Kira's, 6 HP Deep Fire, 4 HP Maestros, and 13 HP Confessors. Here's my summary. So I have 547 health, and with Drowned, you can always get this up if you care that much, but because realistically with this build you're not getting lower than half if you're good with it. Some good combos to go off with is Flame Leap, and if they get hit by the Flame Leap into Radiant Kick, it's hard for the enemy to anticipate Radiant Kick after they're in the air from the reversal Flame Leap. Another thing, Radiant Dawn, the use of Radiant Dawn. Now, the use of Radiant Dawn post-nerf might be controversial to some people, but I think if you have people in a corner or up against the wall, and you've got them in the floor is lava, you've got them in the lava, Radiant Dawn is really useful because they can't dodge out of it. It's still kind of hard to parry, and it just combos very well with the rest of these. So some commonly asked questions are, what's the stat order I should go? I'd say go for a balance. I'd say go 25 strength first to get the strength talents, like block, what's it called? Like Bulldozer, Concussion. You want to get those talents because those are very essential, I'd say. Then I'd go for 100 flame. Then I'd go willpower last, because you just want to get Azure Flames with it. And Azure Flames, I'd say, is essential. People ask if they have to go Azure Flames. Well, Azure Flames helps increase the posture damage and general damage of the eruptions. So yeah. People also ask, how should you play the build? You want to pressure people into corners, for example, corners, walls, and then you just want to make sure that they have the lava underneath them. How the lava works is that they take constant tick damage whilst in the lava, and they can't dodge. They can still parry, but they can't dodge. And I'm pretty sure them taking damage messes up their parry frames anyway. So whilst they're in the lava, you pretty much have free reign over them. So let's say that I was in the lava here, someone was in the lava there, I can just keep hitting, just keep going, and it's just free damage. And obviously I'm blazing, so they just get more eruptions. Another question, do I think this build will get nerfed? Not really. I think the developers intentionally buffed eruption as they want to see more build diversity and more builds that are different like this. So no, I don't think it'll get nerfed.
Another bomb, like from a different tomb after that, does even more damage. So you can go Gale Launch, Thunder Kick, and then like Shadow Gun for like max damage. And you can just keep on going. Keep on going.
I didn't know me to follow the whole like that. Neighbor, chill out. Okay, where's the kilometer? Shit, I'm seen as an enemy, you know.
Can you just put your
I can't. I'm seen as an enemy.
I'm too crazy! I'm too crazy!
Sammy, can you go to Red Shark Go? Sammy, please.
I will.
I'll give you $10,000. I'm not doing this shit.